Hola people, hello and welcome. This is our Deviant Daily. It's me. Deviant Daily week ahead reading, part of the official Deviant tier. But good news, like exciting news. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me because this is all new setup, and as you can tell behind here, uh messy messy. I'm in the process of like rearranging the office again because for the longest time, my the camera on my old laptop wouldn't work. My desktop blew up. Laptop worked well for as long as it did, and then we pulled together and we were able to save enough and raise enough to replace the working computer. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. I can't words, appreciate it beyond. And because of that, the select few who were able to help out, uh, I am providing my content for free for a month. So we'll be talking a lot this month, or for a month's time. So yeah, I hope you miss my rambles. But yeah, messy, messy, but we'll get there. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, oh shit. Shoot. This video is sponsored by Elisa of Elisa's Whole Kisses, who's currently having her sale. And I'm not supposed to swear during it because, people have rules, which is fine. It's good for me not to swear so often, I guess, sometimes. Um, yeah. But I'm like, I have to like put myself together. I have to be seen. I have to like, yeah, do my hair and instead of just well, I'll be wearing hats too because I just love wearing hats and yeah, sometimes the hair don't want to do anything. Well, good to see you, Jay. Good to see you, Loretta. So yeah, we're gonna be doing. I'm playing with all this new stuff. Uh, the week ahead, April 16th through the 22nd. And so what we do, we're working with Metamorphosis, my Metamorphosis Oracle, as well as my Thorn Oracle. And I'll figure out lighting as we go too. It's just a mess right now. I just want to get up here and do the stuff, right? But we're working with my Metamorphosis and Thorn Oracle, April 16th through the 22nd, and basically we're paying attention to the archetypal energies that are popping up this week. It is a collective reading. It's a general, collective reading. So take that into consideration. But this is the sort of the energetic atmosphere environment that we are able to work with this week. So, like normal and natural, y'all, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Tune in with your present moment, present environment. Call in your spirits, your guides, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good stuff for your highest and best. Call it in. Whatever you reach out to, um, however you define divinity, source, energy, science, whatever. Just reach out to that energy and be present with it. Allow it to impress upon you, allow it to inspire you, and to help you as we navigate this co-creative adventure. So just be with that energy right now. Oh my gosh, I have to be used to like getting out, like being seen. So this is the week ahead. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Did I get all that right? I think I did. April 16th to the 22nd. Yes, I did. I sure did. So when you're ready, go ahead and choose the first one or two cards that tug at your dominant psychic trait, whatever that may be. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. We're going to do 5 cards. So 10, but 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever that may be. The first one or two numbers that that tug at your dominant psychic trait. Go ahead and comment or write down. Again, it's your preference, so you don't have to. I like when you comment because it gives me something to like communicate with. And I like it. I enjoy it. Then we can explore different things. But I also understand not everyone wants to, and you don't have to. So take notes, write it down, whatever you're comfortable with. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Well, hello, Elisa. 2 and 4. And let's see. 1. Ew, we have 3 and 4. 2, 3. From this deck. And I'll be able to show you the cards, actually. So that's fun. Well, hello, Richard. I'm just doing a week ahead overview. I have to get used to this new setup, like new keyboard, new stuff. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. The first 1 or 2 numbers that tug at your dominant psychic trait, whatever that may be. You might see, you might feel, you might know, you might hear. I don't know how I'm curious for people who like their dominant psychic trait or a psychic trait of theirs is like taste. Like, how would you choose like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Like, what would that taste like? You know what I mean? That's interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I have the cards. Here we go. I always say this, I need like a bigger space to like put these out because it's a mess. Stack 1. Stack 1, dominant for those who chose stack 1 and supporting for those. Well, yeah, if you think about it, I mean, if you think about it, there are people who have their dominant psychic trait or a psychic trait of theirs is like taste or smell, you know? And so if they psychically pick up on information through taste or smell, how does the number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, how does it smell? Like what sort of triggers that response to pick that number? I'm curious. I don't know. I don't know. Stack 1. Stack 1 is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Which we have keywords: the philosopher, visionary, tolerated, hopeful, pompous, deluded, excessive, Sagittarius. What do you think of when you think of Sagittarius? Again, this is just the way we do this. It's a conversation with us, with each other, with the energies of the cards. So feel free to share your thoughts, whatever they may be. What do you think of when you think of Sagittarius? What do you think of that energy? And it's coupled with labradorite, perseverance, transformation, enhances psychic skills, inner light, empowers, spiritual growth, helps to raise consciousness, our awareness, right? Intuition, focus on protecting your core beliefs. What are your core beliefs? Or programming, you will get through this, trust and believe. So Sagittarius coupled with Labradorite, what does that say to you? That initiates our week ahead. How does that make you feel? I find that, sorry, now I have to pay attention like I'm looking here. I'm looking at the cards. I find with Sagittarius, there is this exploration of hopes and desires, exploration of things that make me feel good, right? And I contemplate a lot with Sagittarius. I'm thinking of the things, but what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about my own transformation, my own personal transformation, my own intuition, my own ability to connect with the unseen world. So this week, Sagittarius and Labradorite, I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. It bothers me. What does that say to you? It's time to recognize this week we have what it takes to keep moving forward. We have what it takes to persevere. Absolutely. We have what it takes to raise our awareness, to do better than we have, to be better than we have. You know, it is learning from our challenges, learning from our experiences, and be like and express that, you know what, I can and will be better. Like, I'm not going to continue to be the person that I am because I want to keep I want to keep moving forward and be something new and exciting and better than I was before. And so I think that with this initiating the reading, it's just this confirmation that hey, we're all on our own different paths, right? And so it is important to focus. Like, I recognize that I change in life. I recognize by circumstance, by situation, by cultures, by everything around me, by society, that I shift and change, right? And so that is okay, and I welcome that. But at the same time, what are my core values? What are my core beliefs that I seek to protect? Not justify out of fear, but I want to be loving. I want to be compassionate. I want to show up for the people that I love and that I care about. That's important to me. What is extremely important to me and has always been important to me is facilitating community, right? And you have to discern that for yourself. Like, what does that say for you? And so when I recognize, like, okay, I community is really important to me. I love community. I do. I love the fact that it takes a village and we can come together and we can uplift and we can share, we can support, we can encourage, right? In different ways. That is beautiful to me. What is that for you though? How does it look for you? That's something that I protect as I shift, as I change, as I find better ways to express myself, right? That's a core value, core belief, core program that I seek to protect. Am I making sense? Big picture, big ambitions, biggest dreams. Yes, yes. What are your dreams and what can you do to protect them? Yeah. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are some life ambitions? What's important to you? Like, what at the core, what are core values that you want to keep as you navigate something new, right? This is interesting because if we go to stack two, dominant for those who chose stack two and supporting for those who did not, stack two is new moon initiating, new moon initiating. And I don't know, someone's gonna take offense to this, but suffering, experience it. Suffering, experience it. So new moon initiating, suffering, experience it. What does that say to you? New moon, we have new growth, we have beginnings, we have fun, first experiences, change of pace and excitement. New moon initiating. What does that say to you? How does it make you feel? What pops up for you? I like that. And another thing that I always try to remind everyone now, one of my mentors in my work expressed in her one of her courses that I've taken, that the new moon, like a lot of people start like new moon intention spells or things that then and there. But if you go outside and look at the new moon, you rarely see the new moon, right? You rarely see the moon in the sky. And so the most important thing to do is to wait. Like, yes, we're still in the new moon phase, but think about what you want to birth. Think about what you want to create. And then when you see the first sliver of the moon, then go for it. Because then you see it actually in the sky. You know it's present. It's not hiding anymore. So work your energy at that point, not before. So, new moon initiating. We recognize that this week is going to be about the possibility of a fresh perspective, starting something new, doing something that is going to be growth oriented, maybe getting out of our comfort zones, suffering, experience it. Do not get consumed by the downward spiral, navigate it. When I wrote do not get consumed by the downward spiral, navigate it, I thought that was very important because sometimes we can get so caught up in the frustration of life. We can get so caught up in everything just seems to be going wrong. And we just, at times, we're like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to take advantage of this. I'm just going to keep doing all the things. Uh, but instead of getting caught up in that, let's navigate it. Like, okay, You know, this season, this cycle of my life is frustrating, is challenging, but I recognize that all seasons shift, all cycles shift and change. This is not my forever space. And so let me navigate this space as best as I can when I protect my core beliefs, when I go back to what I really want to be, who I want to become. Let me navigate this in a way that is going to be beneficial to me. Does that make sense? Um, do not be shamed into normalcy. And this is another big one for this sort of newness. It's like, okay, I don't need to. It is important that I do not take into consideration the projections of outside sources. So, like people, situation, society. It is important for you to live your life as you see fit, as you feel is important to live. Do not shy away from living your life or experiencing what you seek to experience because of other people, because of other perceptions that what you seek is wrong or what you seek is not right. Yeah. Um, it is okay to be unhappy. It is okay to feel whatever you feel. Do not judge, empower. New moon initiating suffering experience it. What does that say to you? What are the combos expressed to you? How do they make you feel? When we are unhappy, people are just like, it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people feel some type of way, and they think they're helping us by telling us just focus on being positive, just focus on feeling good. No, we will get there eventually, and they mean well, but it is important to understand that whatever you feel right now, whatever you currently are going through, it is okay to be there. It is okay to feel that. Like, you're not wrong if you're unhappy. You're not wrong if you feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Um, don't ever feel like, oh wow, these feelings that are coming up, I have to deny them, I have to ignore them. No, it's more about like, I have to honor them, I have to respect them. And sure, some of the feelings that pop up, like, we don't want to live there, we don't want to be there, but they're coming up for a reason. And so I think it's important for us to navigate that, to acknowledge it, and to seek the proper help when it becomes something that we need help with, right? But it's important that we don't just bury those emotions or bury those feelings. Explore them within the right frame of space, and don't let anyone tell you, well, hello Nancy, welcome, that you shouldn't feel what you feel. If I'm unhappy, don't tell me to just be happy. I understand that you're unhappy right now, and I'm really sorry. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do? Or, I understand that I'm unhappy right now. What? Why? New moon initiating new growth. Huh. So if I'm currently unhappy, maybe this is something that is telling me, like, maybe there's something going on in my situation where I'm not, it needs to shift. Something needs to change. And so let me be aware. I love the dark moon for dream and psychic work. Love that with Sagittarius energy. So new moon initiating with suffering experience it. That's stack 2. Just be mindful. We'll tie everything together in a second. Well, after we finish. Stack 3, which is the core, right, of a 5-card spread. Midsummer potency. Midsummer potency. And that's ward off evil, joy, celebration, longest day, shortest night. So midsummer, what does that say to you? Potency, power. How does that make you feel? With Archangel Gabriel. God is my strength. And when I say God, I don't mean the Christian form of God. Unless you're Christian, that's on you. I just mean God as in your form of divinity, your form of God source, right? So God is my strength, clarity of mind, body, and spirit, confidence, important messages, clear your path, declutter your life, communicate clearly. I actually really appreciate this at the core of the reading for our week. So at the core of the reading, we understand, we comprehend that okay, there's some things popping up. Some things are, going against the grain, making us feel some type of way, not really great about it, not feeling it. But at the core of this, there's growth. At the core of this, it is expressing, oh, I need to be clear. So, midsummer potency, Archangel Gabriel, uh, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What are the two expressed to you? And I'm always going to ask you questions because it's not just about me providing my own insight, it's about how that information, uh, how it activates within you, what it makes you think of. It's for, you personally. So always explore what I say, always ask like how it makes you feel, what pops up, what are your perceptions around it. So midsummer potency, Archangel Gabriel. I like this because at the core of the week it's reminding us I need to pay attention to what I want, where I want to be, who I am in life, and just really take into consideration maybe the next several months. What do I want to accomplish? And how can I be clear in that with mind, body, and spirit? My spiritual practice needs to really be tuned into this. My body needs to be tuned into this. My um the mental plane, my mental thoughts, right, needs to be tuned into this. What is this for me, for you? What is it? In midsummer, and it's like, okay, I understand, like when we're on this journey of new stuff, when we're on this journey of creating new, or trying to live new, new habits, new adventures, new experiences, that fear can come in, or the projection of other people's fear can come in, negative response can come in, and that happens with new growth. We're scared, and so when we're scared, we're like, oh, maybe I'm not cut out for this, or maybe I don't really want to do this. I'm not sure if I don't know if I can. I don't think so. That's fear. We we don't allow ourselves to have the opportunity before we actually explore it. We tell us ourselves no, and that's important not to. And so ward off evil is very important this week. It's like, okay, let me put my protections in place, let me ward off this evil, this negative vibration, so I can actually give myself the best shot moving forward. I can actually explore my life the way I want to right now this week. Yeah. And so it is important for me to uh, get rid of that negative thinking as best as I can. Allow myself to experience these opportunities and give myself the best shot to experience these opportunities before I say it's not for me. Does that make sense? Um, and have that confidence in yourself. You're living your life. This is your life, not mine. This is your life, your experience. So have confidence in being who you actually are and what you're capable of, and know that look at my situation right now. It is important that we declutter. When we declutter our life, our thought process, our body, our space, and we start organizing it a little better, we can then be clear as to, where we're headed. We can find the things we've lost. Yeah. All right. Stack four. Stack four, Capricorn. Oh, yay. Capricorn. We have this party with Midsummer and Gabriel. We have this like, oh, let's have fun, let's enjoy what's going to bring us this goodness. And we had, what was it? Sagittarius. We had a little bit of Jupiter influence. Excuse me, like exploring, thinking, enjoying. And now Capricorn is like, okay, we're the planner, responsible one, frugal, ambitious, self-doubting. So with Capricorn, we understand there's going to be a little more restriction. There's going to be a little more, let's organize, let's make sure we can have fun, we can enjoy life, but we're not going to enjoy the things if we don't have a plan to see things through. So we do need to sort of like come down and focus on goals, right? And it's coupled with datura mania, which datura is devil's trumpet, intoxication, astral travel, sacred, other world, to enchant, uh to kill a witch, and that's just mindful me of what datura has been associated with. Prophecy, stand up, speak up, and be heard. Focus on your mental health. Focus on your mental health. What does that say to you? Capricorn with datura. Um, how does it make you feel? What pops up for you? Capricorn datura mania. And I find that this week it is going to be important that we focus on our responsibilities, and that one of our responsibilities is to check in with our mental health, to check in with how we actually think and how we're feeling and what we're going through, and not to deny ourselves the honest answers from that, right? um but it's also saying, look, I know what I want. I know who I am. I know what is right. I know what is wrong. I know this in my situation, and people are not listening. And so now it's a time for me to speak up. It's a time for me to be heard, to stand up and say, "Hey, these are my boundaries. You are not going to cross them." Right? And so I find with Capricorn and Datura, it's like this reinforcement of strength and conviction with who we are, what we are. No longer am I going to allow other people, other situations to walk all over me. It's not acceptable. If this is my life and I am living it, and I am training other situations, other energies, other people how to treat me, you're not going to walk over me. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to be heard. I don't have to be rude about it, but I'm also not going to back down. And I think that organizing all of this, be responsible, plan for yourself, be your own cheerleader, you know? So, as above, divine manifest, stack 5. As above, divine manifest. We have man's reflection. That's just like people, person's reflection just doesn't sound right. It sounds weird. Man's reflections, no gender, just, you know what I mean. Cosmic awareness, as it is in heaven. Divine, it's like as above, so below. So as above, it's like, oh, divine cosmic awareness, as it is in heaven. It's coupled with lavender, to ensnare. Lavender, be cautious of what path you are being pulled down. I feel like there's been a couple like cautionary cards today. What do you think? How does that make you feel? As above, divine manifest, lavender, to ensnare, be cautious of what path, excuse me, oh, be cautious of what path you are being pulled down, distrust, soothing, calm. This situation requires you to look beyond the physical for answers. Warm and inviting, love. Lavender can be tricky because it's not just like, oh, beautiful, oh, nice, oh, wonderful. There's a little cunningness to it. There's a little sneakiness, deviousness. Well, hello, Mona. Welcome. So stack 5, as above, divine manifest, with lavender, to ensnare. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? I like it. And at the end of the reading, so it's like, okay, I do need to be cautious with my energy. I need to be aware of what I am getting myself into. And so something may seem sweet, yeah. So this week, something may seem sweet. It may sound like a good idea. It may sound like a good thing, but maybe it's just not the best for me. Does that make sense? Let me get a little sip. As above, divine manifest, lavender, to ensnare. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? Um, I need to be aware of my core, of how I feel, of who I am, of what I want. And then when I have that rooted, I can be aware of what is manifesting within and around me. And I do need to look beyond like what I'm physically seeing to discern what is actually going on. It's kind of like, when you're having a conversation with someone and they're telling you, they're speaking all this stuff, but you know that it's just lies. But you're not listening to exactly what they're saying just for what they're saying. You're feeling something. You're peering beyond the words, right? The energy behind the words. You feel that. You see that. You know that. Maybe you taste and smell that. I'm just like so curious about that. Very curious about that. So you go beyond. Does that make sense? To discern, like, something is up here. Let me check it out. Let me go a little further than just the what is being presented to me. So if, again, for work people, like people who are working in an office or whatever, if someone is presenting something to you like, oh hey, would you like, we're going to give you this promotion, but that promotion has stipulations. Ask the right questions. Like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be considered for a promotion. What does it entail? What does the new job description entail? And you're like, oh, that's a lot of more responsibility for not that much pay increase. Don't think I want that. It doesn't fit the lifestyle I want for myself. Be aware of things like that this week. Okay. I feel like I've been rambling forever. What are your thoughts, y'all? Like for the week of April 16th to the 22nd, what do you think? What has stood out to you? How do you feel? What pops up? Any last minute questions, thoughts, or concerns? Let me know. Just comment. But all in all, I find that this week, um, it's a week of transformation in the way we see ourselves, but in the way we also allow ourselves to express in our waking world. This week requires us to be very clear as to who, what, where, when, why, all of it. Be very clear in our life as to what we want to experience. Be affirming, be assertive. This week requires us to organize. So plan your week, plan what needs to be done. Make sure you have a beginning, a middle, and an ending point. Make sure. And know that there's energy here facilitating that. There's energy here to activate that and help you as you navigate each day. All right. And so if you feel overwhelmed, allow yourself to feel it. Don't just deny your feelings. What I feel right now does not mean I will feel this all the time. Uh, you know, been alone too long. Oh, there's a puppy. Don't fall for the pretty words. Look beyond the glamour and see what's being hidden. Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of great energy to help us be clear this week. So I think that's another thing that's helping us to re-solidify what we want. Check in with yourself. Like, are your goals the same? Are you the same now that you've changed? If you've changed, now that you think differently, maybe my goals are different, or maybe the way I handle them will be different. So let me check in with them again. Let me see what I actually want here. Let me pay attention to that energy, that vibe, and let me discern, right, what I actually still want and how I can achieve that. If the way to achieve it is different, let me be very clear as to how I go about that. Let me be very clear and open and responsible for myself, my actions, and let my mind, body, and spirit be in alignment with the mission ahead, with this week's energy. And let me look beyond promises. Let me look beyond what is pretty, and let me explore the truth of a situation. It's all divine energy. Energy is wonderful, and we're just simply tuned into it to utilize it how we see fit. And this is like the energy. These are the energies that are popping up this week. Okay. Um. Yeah. Any last minute thoughts, questions, concerns? It's so weird being back on camera. Oh my goodness. Look for sheep's and wolf's clothing. Or look for. I said that totally backwards. Look for wolf and sheep's clothing. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you so much. Again, I'm actually going to be doing another video, like I said, because of the select few who did help me to raise enough funds to purchase this new computer, to an actual work computer. For a month, I'll be doing all my videos public. So I'll be getting ready to go again in just a few, and we'll do a daily for Monday. So I do a week ahead. I do a monthly overview. I do a week ahead reading, and then I do daily readings. So it's like you have a month, like again, you have a monthly reading where you can break everything down. Then you have a weekly reading every week where you can, break it down. And then I have dailies. And all of it is to help us to think, to consider, to to help us navigate our situations, our lives the best way we can. It's like, oh, this is popping up. I'm ready. I'm ready. I may not want to experience it, but I recognize the energy because of the dailies or whatever, and I'm better suited to respond. Yeah. So that's why I do it. I love it. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Right. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and tag me in Elisa's sale. She has crystal. She has everything. It's like, I feel like Elisa's like one of those people. She has like that big old trench coat. She's like, hey, hey, crystals, oils, resins. I got it all. You want it, I got it. But yeah, if you need help picking out like spiritual properties, metaphysical associations with any of the stuff that she has to offer, tag me. I'm happy to help, right? Happy to help where I can and when I can. So just tag me, or just look. I post too. I comment on some of her posts. I try not to overwhelm everyone, but I try to comment on a few posts here and there throughout her sale to share, like, oh, you can. This is what this is for, and you can work with it this way, just to give you ideas how to really just have fun and experience. Right? And if she doesn't have it, she will find it. This is true. So again, um, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you in just a few. Really. So take care.